Hi, good morning. Welcome back. Now today, as the title says, XJR 1300 swinging arm bearings. Right, now on inspection of the bike, we determined that there's play in the back end. The whole rear suspension is moving side to side, so that indicates a problem in here in the swing arm bearings right down in the pit of the frame. So the task is to get the whole back end stripped out, remove the swinging arm itself, get it over on the bench and take a look at how bad those bearings actually are. Just a quick point to make before I get started. If you're trying to keep an old motorcycle on the road that isn't worth a great deal but you need it for transport, then jobs like this, they're parts light and labour heavy. A job like this will take about 3 hours, so if you booked it into your main dealer to be done because you don't know how to do it, then you're looking at about £300 for labour or thereabouts. That's an awful lot of money, but here's the parts. 2 needle roller bearings, best quality Japanese ones, cost me £25. That's all I paid for the bearings from Yambits, job done. So if you can do a job like this, it's a great way to keep an old motorcycle on the road in a cost-effective manner without breaking the bank. Anyway, it's a lot of chat. Let's get started. You. Now doing this job, you don't actually need to take the exhaust system off, even if you've got a 4x2, one either side, you don't need to, and you don't need to take these rear foot peg hangers off either, which I'm about to do, but I'm doing it so you, the viewer, gets a better access visually to what I'm doing and you can see the job better without all this clutter in the way. You. Damn. Look at that, that's all chain wax. Look at that. You. Right, I'm putting a new chain of sprockets on this bike when I rebuild the back end. So I'm going to take this opportunity now, while the chain's still fitted, to hold the front sprockets still so I can break the nut free in readiness for replacing it all. And here's a trick I first showed about 10 years ago. Pin the chain round the axle using an old screwdriver or a nut and bolt. Works every time. Right, now sadly this video is going to have to be in two parts, and I've only just discovered that. All I was going to do now was press these bearings into the swinging arm and assemble everything back into the bike. But take a closer look at this inner bearing sleeve. Now this is a precision machined bearing face on the end of these tubes, and you can see it's a little bit polished with 20 years of use. But the inner rollers, they roll directly on this tube like that. That's how the system works. But take a look at the other end. Now, as you can see straight away, there's a groove, the full width of the rollers, all the way around, where they have literally ground away at it. It's pitted and rusted all the way down to about what looks like a 25 thou depth. And where this bearing, with no rollers almost in it, has been on there, leaning on this end, it's actually cut a groove in there and gored the end of it up. So that destroyed bearing has destroyed the inner bearing tube as well. And I think you'll agree it would be foolish to try and put this into the bike and use it, because the end of that is just destroyed and it would kill the new bearings in no time. And in fact, with the amount of metal missing off the end of there, it would still be play in the back end. So that ain't going to work. I'm going to have to go online now and find myself a new one. There might even be new ones available. There might be something that's still in use on other bikes today, and as a part number it might be obtainable, but if not, there might even be a second-hand one. But I'm sure I can replace that, no problem at all. So that's it. This will be part 1. Join us in part 2. We'll put all this back together and rebuild it into the back of the bike. I'll see you then.